So what we're going to do for today, for Bobby, the message is going to be from his higher power. And we're going to break it down into just a reading for today, starting with morning, afternoon, and then evening. Oh, babe. I think about you in relation to this card, so I love that that came out. So the Magician. This is great. Okay, so this is how you're.
This is morning.
Yeah, which is awesome. So this is someone who's taken, the first card is the Fool. This is the next one that comes in line. And what this is saying is basically that you've taken a leap of faith, and now you're coming into your power. It's a very exciting card.
How does that apply to like this morning?
So, okay, so for this morning with like just a little bit about what we were experiencing.
And also you know my schedule too for this morning. Like you know what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, so basically, okay, so what it is you're taking all the raw elements and you're understanding how to work with them for your highest good, essentially. And for that of everyone around you. So it's about tapping into your power. So in this case, you know, like deciding not to get pulled in certain ways that would lead you astray from this. Like, so what you were doing this morning already was tapping into your ability to transmute, essentially, situations, right? So like we had this conversation this morning and you're dealing with the conversation in a way that doesn't lead to a breaking down of things.
Yeah, like
so
I'm
you're
using my
your power. Yeah, it's your clear ability of knowing your power and working with it. Like there's a mastery element to that. It's not just the Fool. The Fool is taking the leap, which is important. But this is that next step of you've gathered skills. And you're very powerful. You're very powerful, yeah. So the day is of your, the part that's of yours, you're making is like, it's fully for you. You know, there's the outside world and the elements, but like you're harnessing everything you're tapping into your power, basically. And not just being pushed willy-nilly. Yeah. What were you going to say?
Yeah. I'm going to say, I'm the man.
Yeah, exactly. You are, babe. Okay.
So,
oh, this is one of my favorites. This is really cute, babe, because remember when you told me about, you know, you had that cute little vision of me barefoot pregnant baking bread? Yeah, there you go. Okay, so
this is afternoon.
7 of Pentacles. Yeah. So this is perfect too, because and this is what makes me think of you while you're out working, is that you know that you're creating abundance, but you can't stop. Like, she is assessing the situation and she's okay with it. She's at peace with it. There's like surplus happening, or at least what she needs, but she has to continue. It's like, don't give up. You have to keep doing
working,
it.
Keep working.
Yes. But if you keep doing it methodically, here's what's growing.
It adds up.
And it adds up in a real way on Earth, because it's Pentacles. So you're really working with like the real parts of life. So again, like so much about your job today and what
do I do for work?
Oh, Uber Eats.
And you know what too is, you know, by the end of that lunch rush, my feeling is to like call it quits.
Oh yeah,
you know, I always get kind of tired, you know, and the real productivity of the day comes from continuing to work through and working into that dinner rush.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, every time I do that, you know, my revenue for the day really improves. Yeah. You can only make so much in the morning and lunch rush, but if you can push through and work into the evening, that's where it really like becomes a high revenue day.
Yep. That's a perfect card for that midday, like, you know, it's like needing the second wind to keep going. It's perfect.
Okay. And nighttime.
That's interesting. Justice.
What's that? What is that about?
So, justice is like it's a Like reading it in this context.
Well, what does it just sort of represent or mean?
Well, in its very simplest form, it is justice for something that's happened. It's either way. The justice could mean that you have to deal with the truth or someone else does. Like you could be vindicated, you see. But it also could be the other way around. It could be that justice basically is the balancing out of the scales. So anything that's out of whack, there's a mechanism for justice in the universe. So
this means that this could mean that by the end of the day or something tonight, I might have to balance the scales. Like something might happen throughout the day that creates an imbalance or something, and so I might have some little work to do, like tonight.
But it could also, yeah, and it could also be though, like it's like what's the justice for is the tricky thing, because it could be because like look, you know, Queen of Pentacles on the bottom, which is so interesting to me too because of this. It follows this story here.
Yeah. So how does it all tie together?
It's almost like it's tricky because I'm trying to see it in relation to like everything going on with us as well, and just like our experiences day to day. How could that play in for you as well? It might not be you in the outside world. It might be you at home. Yeah, because in the evening you do come back home. You know, I mean, the outcome here, or like where you actually are, who you actually are on the inside. This real state is it's the mastery. It's using your magician, using your raw creative abilities that you're able to master and harness, using that ability to continue this action.
Mm-hmm. Producing what I need to produce.
Then if you do that, yes, and then if you do that, the justice is that
righting the imbalance of my life up to this point.
Yes,
that makes sense.
Yes,
because I am kind of starting from scratch.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
Like I'm working to rebalance my life.
Yeah. Right. So there's karma in it too. The justice thing, I think of karma with justice too. And it's like positive and negative, because it's like you could say, yeah, everything you're doing is letting you get to this next step. And there's justice in that, but it's also justice for righting past wrongs. Mm-hmm. You know, because all of our decisions lead to where we're at now.
I see.
So it's like it's justice both ways. It's for your future, but your past too.
I like that. Yeah, using my power to be productive today to rebalance my life.
Right.
You know.
Right. Yeah.
And that is kind of represented in this Queen of Pentacles, sort of mastering. What does that mean again?
Yeah, you're basically at the top of your game when it comes to the wisdom that it takes. You've been through this, going through this, having that strength to get through this eventually leads to this. And underneath it all, that is who you are. But it essentially takes the justice process to become this. Because
it's not just overnight.
It's not given to you. Yeah, it's like you may have the potential inside you, but if you don't realize you're the magician, own it, and then work towards it, you're not really gonna achieve that. It stays as a state inside yourself.
I'll never achieve justice for myself.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And it's interesting. I'm not sure that the one thing that's kind of mysterious to me is kind of like, is that going to play out in some other thing in the evening, which is like, we have to live the day, you know, to mm-hmm. see, is there some, like, I would say if you keep this entire spread in your mind, it'll be interesting through the day. This may become a little more fleshed out in the evening for you personally, how that works. But that's beautiful, babe. And it really is you. Like when I look at you and I see you, I see so much of that. Absolutely.
Thanks, Beebs.
It's great, Beebs. I love you.